Riko embarks on her first solo abyss excavation, accompanied by Nat as red whistles explore different areas. They notice an unusual quietness, attributing it to the absence of hammerbeaks. Riko discovers artifacts at 200 meters depth, but an encounter with a crimson splitjaw puts Nat in danger. Riko's whistle attracts help, and a mysterious light wounds the splitjaw. Riko finds a blue pendant and a strange artificial child. Riko and Nat carry the boy out of the abyss, avoiding detection by Belchero. Jiruo praises their expedition, but warns against keeping artifacts. Riko requests a deeper area, but is denied due to inexperience. They enlist friends to wake the boy, leading to a chaotic awakening. The boy, nicknamed Robot Kun, lacks memories and fears. An orphanage blackout complicates matters, with Riko hiding him during Jiruo's visit. The boy, now named Reg, discovers a helmet emblem hinting at his identity. Riko and Reg escape punishment, and she names him after a dog she cared for, exploring the grand city of Orth together. In the former punishment room, Riko prepares for her abyss trip, reflecting on her desire to delve deeper and her gratitude for her mother's influence. The next morning, she heads into the abyss, while Kiyui reads about it. Returning, Riko spots hammerbeaks and witnesses a skirmish with Asaka Watari. Laffy, the telescope owner, informs her about her husband's abyss progress. Shigi interrupts, summoning Riko back to Belchero Orphanage. On the way, they discuss Riko's dream of becoming a white whistle. At the orphanage, Jiruo and Belchero conduct a briefing. Later, in Rega's hiding spot, they theorize about his memory loss. Riko recalls Jiruo's lecture on the curse of the abyss, affecting Delvers during ascent. Presently, Riko suggests Reg might be immune to the curse, originating from the abyss's depths. Shigi presents a book of major artifacts, and Riko reveals Rega's unique qualities. Shigi suggests Reg might be an Obad, a valuable find. Riko's excitement fades when Shigi explains the consequences of hiding such a treasure. Following Shigi's plan, Reg introduces himself as a homeless orphan to Leader. The plan succeeds, and Reg joins the orphanage, concealing his true nature. He adapts to life at the orphanage, anticipating his first abyss descent. Days later, Riko and Reg witness Hoblog's return, who hands over Liza's white whistle. Riko learns Liza is her mother, leaving her deeply affected. At the Resurrection Festival, Reg discovers the significance of white whistles and the eternal fortune. Riko inherits Liza's whistle, and Leader reveals Riko's birth in the abyss, protected by the curse warding box. Despite surviving, Riko's eyes bear the curse's impact. Leader emphasizes the abandoned, unheard bell, an artifact sacrificed for Riko's survival. Leader grants Riko permission to read Liza's sealed letter at the Delver Guild HQ. Reg accompanies her, and they discover Liza's message: "I'll be waiting at the bottom of the abyss," along with creature profiles not in official records. Liza's detailed notes on creatures in the 5th layer and beyond, particularly the one resembling Reg, are revealed. During Reg's first abyss descent with Nat, they encounter a praying skeleton, causing Reg to freak out. Nat tries to scare him with the birthday death disease, but Reg becomes more determined to explore the abyss and uncover mysteries. Nat disapproves, leading to an argument. The night before, Riko shares Liza's letter with friends, convinced her mother is calling her to the abyss. Nat opposes Riko's plan, emphasizing the danger and their unpreparedness. A heated argument ensues, and Shigi offers to gather more information. Reg, sensing tension, wonders about the outcome. After Reg's first descent, he realizes his memory remains elusive and observes Nat suffering from ascension strains. Recognizing the absence of the curse's impact, Reg questions if he matches the figure in Liza's letter. Driven by curiosity, he decides to explore further. Riko announces her departure at dawn, and Reg volunteers to lower her into the abyss, eager to find his own answers and protect her. Shigi provides a realistic perspective, detailing abyss layers and dangers. Nat, desperate to dissuade Riko, bluntly suggests Liza is likely dead. Kiyui cries. Riko runs off, and Nat grapples with guilt. As Riko and Reg prepare to leave, Reg advises Riko to reconcile with Nat. Reluctantly, she agrees, realizing they may not see Nat again. Shigi accompanies them to the abyss's edge. Reg bids farewell to Kiyui and encounters Jiruo, who allows them to proceed. At the South District, Nat, appointed by Shigi, joins the group. Nat apologizes. Riko forgives him, and they plan to send letters. Nat reveals his dream of becoming a moon whistle and building an orphanage at the wharf. At the abyss's edge, Riko promises to write letters, and Nat struggles to express his feelings. Reg notices a letter from Leader but doesn't mention it. Tearful goodbyes are exchanged, changed, and Reg and Rico descend into the abyss, leaving Shiggy and Nat behind. Rico wakes to find Reg unconscious above her, having set up a tripwire trap at a depth of 820 meters within the first layer. They are far beyond Rico's initial goal, and she's encouraged, believing they'll reach the abyss's bottom soon. Reg catches demon fish for breakfast, and Rico prepares Rico soup, which Reg finds unappealing but tastes good. While trying to use her star compass, it slips away and disappears over a waterfall. Rico is saddened, but recalls the saying, "Everything taken from the abyss will eventually return there." Reg remembers Jiruo's letter, finally giving it to Rico. Inside, there's a fresh copy of Liza's notes, along with a warning that Jiruo is pursuing them. They pack up and continue their descent, believing Jiruo is both supporting and testing them. As they near the second layer, Reg senses someone catching up. Fleeing, they encounter a Silkfang, but Reg fends it off, allowing their escape. Near the second layer, they realize someone has caught up, Hablog. Wary, Rico, and Reg expect trouble, but Hablog is delighted to see them. He reveals that he hasn't come to capture them. Previously, Shiggy and Nat had persuaded Hablog to escort Rico and Reg to the Seeker's camp in the second layer. Hablog agreed, seeing it as a chance to witness the treasure of the abyss. Hablog agrees, seeing it as a chance to witness an abyss treasure. He gives them a vaccine and mustard-steamed buns, cautioning them about Ozan, the white whistle delver in charge of the camp, who once helped Liza carry infant Rico out of the abyss. After Hablog's departure, Rico and Reg reach the second layer. Passing Jiruo's test, Reg notes they have left the human domain and now face non-human threats. Hearing a weak cry for help, they rush to find a corpse weeper mimicking a Fallen Delver's distress. Another swoops in, grabbing Rico, and Reg prepares to retrieve her with his extending arm. Reg attempts to rescue Rico from the corpse weepers, but they block his extending arm repeatedly. Rico, suffering from second-layer ascension strains, is carried towards a nest where corpse weeper chicks feed. Attacked by several corpse weepers, Reg blacks out briefly before recalling his power and unleashing a wide beam, obliterating the threat. He catches Rico with his extending arms, and the surviving corpse weepers fly away. Rico, seemingly unharmed but affected by ascension strain, is saved. Reg, disturbed by the potential danger he posed to Rico, is relieved when she praises his power, naming it Incinerator, and expresses faith in his mastery. Rico wakes up to find herself near Reg. He explains he checked for wounds when she didn't wake up immediately. Despite the destruction around them, Rico is fascinated by Incinerator and encourages Reg to master it. Reg has a nightmare of Rico being eaten by a corpse weeper, waking up startled. Rico suggests his blackout was due to low energy after using Incinerator. Rico loses the Delver's notebook and they eat the corpse weeper. Rico comforts Reg, noting that past Delver's strength passes to the current ones through the food chain. As they enter the inverted forest, Reg lends Rico his cloak to combat the wind and cold. Approaching the Seeker camp, they are observed by a Delver behind a telescope. Rico notes the absence of a greeting, expecting a lookout to signal a gondola. Reg extends his arms toward the camp, only to be grabbed by Ozan, the white whistle Delver in charge. Intrigued by Rico's survival,